All right, morning. Hey, what's up, Rob? Good morning. A little bit late today. I was trying to feed my super old dying cat, which doesn't like to eat anymore. Man, this LTCN is getting some love here. Average volume is super low though. Not too many people searching for Litecoin anymore. All right, PLNHF getting above a trend line, at least trying to. Roku Crocs holding up very nicely. SI, NFE, MED, Spotify. Foot Locker nice and tight. People still like shoes. Got Fiverr, Lemonade. Netflix interesting. Very tight up here. Let's get about 20 bars. There we go. Yeah, Netflix nice and sideways. Could be ready to go up. A tremendous amount of competition now, though. I don't know if that's going to change anything for Netflix. We're still kind of the number one name in that space. Stars, Constellation Brands, that's looking pausing at all-time highs. That's a pretty good sign. So the Nasdaq continued on yesterday, really nice. I think it closed up at about over 2%, maybe 2.15. It was a really good day. Yeah, about 2%. They were at about 2.2, almost 2.2 if I remember correctly. Hey, what's up, Ellie? Moderna. Now they're reversing the order. Yesterday all the COVID stocks were dead. Today they're in the green. Oh, there's IVR. What's IVR doing? Getting forgotten about. Looking like it could go for a move. Me? I haven't bought XRP. No XRP for me. Yeah. Just looking at this one. Got to 110. Good for XRP. Yeah, pretty good. Overall, not a bad day for crypto so far. What's down 14? Oh, Tron and BTT. Oh, yeah. I did get out at a good spot then. Good. No, I've got some VET, some BNB, Ethereum and Bitcoin, and I think I got one other. Forget what it is though. Let's see. VT Ethereum. I was looking at XTZ, and it's not doing much. I don't know if I still have some of this or not. I may have some of it. I don't know. Morning, Jared. Yeah, so B&B's doing pretty good, rocking in towards highs, and VET similar situation. Looks like it's coming down at the moment. We're getting a little trickier up here. We shall see. Mentioned that Litecoin ETN. Litecoin's been putting in some bullish days. Finally broke a trend, reverse trend, I should say. Could be next one to go, maybe the last one to go. You never know. My Doge is up today too. I had some land, but I ditched it. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, XRP up there about $1. That's pretty cool. Bull market's over. So, anyway, stock market with a great day yesterday. Unfortunately, futures volume is relatively low. Actually, I wonder if IBD will give us some additional statistics. They look at NASDAQ volume and NYSE volume. And their chart's not over there anymore. Where's the charts? IBD charts. Oh yeah, NASDAQ. Almost the same, yeah. Doesn't look super promising in terms of volume. We don't have increased volume here, unfortunately. All right, so go bigger and I can't zoom in. These guys got to have the worst charts. They look nice, but you can't do anything with them. So volume 44.01 million to 45.1 million. Previous day was 49 million, then 46 million and 51. Average volume declining, which isn't the end of the world. You had pretty heavy volumes here. Probably the same with the S&P. Yeah, a little bit lower volume here as well. 35.9. 36.4. Yeah. Like LUV and Micron's breaking out. Let's check it out. Oh, Micron's trying to go for it. And you like LUV, which is Southwest. Southwest is one of the better airlines out there, period, on almost any metric. And they're also not blood-sucking leeches as a company. NASDAQ just turned positive. How's our buddy Tesla doing? Holding steady around the 700 area. CPSH. We are down towards support. Let's see if we get support. Could come all the way back down towards the breakout point though of the 8. Maybe the high 7s, low 8s. Could meander down here for a little bit as well. We see that often enough to be a thing. All right, Donkey Kong, Amazon, can't click it fast enough. There we go. Amazon trying to get back above the moving averages. That could be a long signal for you if you want to. Nothing egregious, but with the market looks like it's turning up. You got Amazon right there breaking both of its moving averages, trying to turn up. That's a good sign. Apple still under the 50-day, but not by much. Microsoft yesterday hit a high. Today looks like it's pulling back, although not by too much. Pretty decent volume on Microsoft. Not blockbuster, but pretty good. Facebook's been breaking out. Looks like it's holding up. Another pocket pivot yesterday. So, pocket pivot after pocket pivot. MasterCard down about 1%. Visa and MasterCard still kind of chilling near highs, but not quite getting there. And you talk about NVIDIA already, pretty sideways. What other big boy did I miss? What's Berkshire Hathaway? Berkshire Hathaway doing? The A shares. What is up with the volume influx? Someone buying the crap out of this or what? Is this thing undervalued or something? What's the B shares at these days? I mean, they're $200. I think it started like, oh, they've already split them. 96. They didn't bring the B shares out in 96, not that I remember. Anyway. Not as much volume here, those A shares, though. Or someone's trying to take ownership of Berkshire and break up his empire. Someone probably said, hey, if we bought all of Berkshire Hathaway and broke it up, it'd be worth, 3 times its book value or whatever. Wouldn't put that past some douchebags. Price per book 139, so that's not quite accurate. Hmm. All right. Well, not a whole heck of a lot going on today. The biggest leader is the Litecoin ETN, which is extraordinarily thinly traded, although getting a lot heavier than it was prior. What's going? Okay, so this started going on 323. Why are we getting a ton more volume? We just saw a few charts with a bunch of volume come in recently. I wonder what that's about. Roku. Roku not looking bad here. Looks like it's trying to turn around. Inverted head and shoulders may be forming here. You've got above the 200-day. Seems to have been consolidating for a bit. Under the 50, above the 200, volume declining. Here's your volume in the shoulder. Here's your volume in the head. Maybe another shoulder. You think that's stimulus, Jared? Well, you can't buy Berkshire Hathaway with stimulus. They're almost $400,000 a share. You can't buy this with stimulus, and the guys that can afford 400,000 a share aren't getting any stimulus. They make too much money. Oh shoot! I gotta take my trash out. Hold on a minute, or 3. Hold on 3 minutes. All right, I'm back. So Warren Buffett's right, Jared. The market will be higher in 10 years. That's a guarantee. I think I remember that interview. Yeah. Warren's a pretty smart dude, pretty fart smeller. CPSH? I already talked about CPSH. I feel like nobody listens to me. Well, I don't think it's about to jump. I mentioned it. It could probably come back to about the breakout point, the low eights or the high sevens. It's a potential. Um, it has been supported a number of times here, but Sublette has been supported a number of times, but so far we don't see anything major increasing in terms of volume. So if you want to buy it or have it, just be ready for it to go back down towards the eights. Sometimes it comes down lower. We shall see. When I ask a question, leave, then ask it again like I'm the douchebag. Damn. Snapchat 6% today. Not super horrible. Disappointed with MEC? Yeah, well, the chart never looked good. So the chart never looked really good to begin. It's not broken. Our trend is still intact, but we're not necessarily blowing it out the water, if you know what I'm saying. So yeah, it wasn't much more than that, Jared. Half the time when I look at these things, it's me figuring out, fumbling, talking, figuring out what's going on. So that was basically what I said. It could come back down into that. Could come down more if you're looking to enter. Like I said, you just have to be okay with that, or wait for the breakout on the trend line. Either one, depending how you want to play it. How's Donkey Kong doing? DraftKings still the fairly good trajectory on its trend. The Nasdaq at 0.12 now. Tesla's even green. The funny thing about Tesla yesterday, the way this chart's laid up, this candle's red if the close is under the open. So this thing opened really high and stayed red all day, even though it was a green day. What if I should fix that? I don't think my other candles are set up that way. Yeah, how is this set up as a candle? Style. Candle trend? Oh, there you go. Candle trend, I guess. I guess I'll just go back to bars. There we go. Bar candle. Standard bar candle. Mucho better. What you got there, Ellie? Chart looks so bad. Was it IPO high? Could have gone higher this time. Do I think large caps are going? Yeah, I think large caps are on their way. I don't know, this week, next week, 2 months from now, but it does appear that large caps are definitely definitely back in vogue from earlier when they were languishing. I mean, just even a few days ago, you could see the run here. A lot of that is likely. Um, well, I think a lot of that is small and mid caps. IBD was saying that the small caps were running, which is a good sign. But if you look at all these mega caps, again, Apple coming up to the 50-day, mentioned Amazon crossing the 50-day and the 200-day now, so it's above both longer term moving averages. That's a good sign as of yesterday with good volume. So yeah, I think it's been I think we're turning the corner. Doesn't mean we're running, but it means we've avoided this drop, which could have been. I mean, it really could have been. When you look at the Amazon chart, failing the 50-day multiple times, definitely could have rolled over at some point, but just held. Rob's been in the field a couple of weeks, running a job with another foreman, scanning some of my stocks. Happy with KGKG increasing revenue. Yeah, KGKG increasing revenue. Stock looks a little slow, but not bad. Not bad overall. UAL, COVID stock coming back. Ellie mentioned LUV earlier breaking up. Snapchat. PLNHF did break that trend line. We were looking at that yesterday. Sold off. Today, we bounced up above it, so that's pretty good. Are they, Rob? Oh, yeah, let's compare a drinking manufacturer to Tesla. I mean, that's a good sign, though, obviously, right? If they're expanding their manufacturing and distributing, I got no issues with that. Yeah, I mean, a lot of companies, I mean, especially early on, they should be doing that. They should be managing their cash flow and using it for operational purposes and expansion, which is what they're doing, which is great. I like Roku here a little bit better. Mentioned the potential for an inverted head and shoulders. If anything, it's declining selling pressure, selling, selling, selling. But our volume is more muted on this side. Now we've broken some of the shorter term moving averages, 10, even the 20-day breaking today for the first time since we broke the high right there. That could be a bit of a trend change for Roku. Seems to have respected the 20 fairly nicely. Does undercut it ever so slightly, then reverses, so maybe wait for a retest of the 20, 50 period moving average. And Roku's had a nice drop, almost 50%. Looks like 40%. Fairly significant drop. But all in all, fairly healthy on the weekly time frame. Doesn't look like a whole lot of an issue. So I'm not necessarily throwing the baby out with the bathwater here. AITX, how's that guy doing? Yeah, it's definitely dried up. Unfortunately, pointing lower at the moment. There's a bunch of high selling volume on the 5-minute. That's not usually very good. Robotic assistance devices proves its value in automotive applications. So yeah, news trickling in. Yeah, look, man, volume has drifted way away, hasn't it? The problem you run into now, Rob, is it just keeps evaporating. I've never done what you did here. I don't think it was AITX you did it with. I think it was a different one, but I've never ran a stock up like this. But I have played and held, and in most instances it doesn't work out. So just play your risk accordingly. But I wouldn't be massively heavy in these names. Yeah, so far it's pretty much right on support. It looks like. You see the volume getting it down there. Hopefully that's on purpose, but it's like point. What's the low of this day? I can't tell exactly. Looks like the point oh 0.0802 is about where we're at, and where we're at now, 0.0809. So yeah, if you want to buy support, I guess that's not the end of the world. But if it breaks it, you're gonna have to be ditching that more than likely. I'd rather wait for a pocket pivot personally. That's just my 2 cents. I don't think there's not a pocket pivot, not a pocket pivot. Not a lot of accumulation happening up here quite yet. Doesn't look like it, at least. They're doing a good job of hiding it if they are. Got some CE stock. What's that one? Celanese. Sounds like a language. You bought a language. Go long Celanese. Yeah, that's true, Rob. That's very true. Yeah, those are good pocket pivot hunting grounds. Super low volume. Yeah, I cannot disagree with that. Yeah, I easily get one. The question is, where's the entry point? That's the question in a situation like this because without I mean this is a nice accumulation right there. They bought it right there. That's super nice. You'd expect we're going to get accumulated pretty soon. Guess they're really picking that spot at 0802 or they're not interested because we're at 0805. Only ten thousandths of a penny away. Or a dollar. 3/10,000ths of a dollar. 3 thousandths of a penny? I think that would be thousandths of a penny. 10, 300ths of a penny? 300ths of a penny. That's 100ths of a penny. Yeah, hundredths of a penny. I think that's about right. Oh, it went to 4. That's support. Just found all the support you'll ever want. All right, if you want it on support, this is pretty much on support. But hard to get out. Look at this. Yeah, the volume today. Not sure if they're pushing it down there or what they're doing. What is that low? 081. They're rounding it. Son of a bitch. Oh 0801. So that's 0801. This is the robot security company, right? Right, Rob? Is that the one this one is? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, throw 500 at it. Yeah, just as long as your risk is mitigated, I don't really care. I mean, it's your risk. So that's 70%, 72% to recent highs. The problem is we're in a different market than we were last year, and I think the returns people are going to get this year aren't going to be what they were. They think last year, they think last year is going to go on forever. The returns are going to be much more muted, much more muted. It's like 72% here on 500 probably doesn't move the needle. All right, AMD finding here's some support at the 74 level. Higher low. Trying to move up a little bit. Jeff Roku. AVTR. Wow. Really low volume though. That's tricky. NASDAQ flat. Win casinos. All the way back pre-coronavirus. A year later. Beyond Meat back down. So far finding support at the 114. And I wonder what Rocket's doing. Oh, not that rocket. The actual rockets. Space. Actual rockets. They're still lower. Okay, there's some support on space. You got a little bit of a gappy gap. Tested the 200 and And we were down here for a long time last time. So here's a big parabolic move. We drop down, we consolidate for most of the year. Maybe rinse and repeat on space. You never know. That's not looking super super great. Not much going on, guys. Doesn't look like it. ARKX, which one's that one? I was looking through some of their ETFs. I'm not sure if they're being pumped because of hype, but some of them were looking okay. Which ones? So I think this is their standard innovation ETF. $200 support. Oh, come on. You aren't going to give me the drop down this time? You give me the drop down every time I don't want it, but when I do want the drop down, you don't give it to me, piece of garbage. Okay, fine. Seriously? The hell? Crazy. It's crazy, man. Crazy. Arc Space and Exploration. That's the X. Okay. Are they involved in? Do they get SpaceX at all? If they got SpaceX, I'm buying it. It's just gonna. I'll just put my whole account in it. Oh, Binance Coin just took a shit. PET taking a little bit of a dumpy. Ooh, wow. It's a little bit bigger than a dumpy dump, isn't it? Let's see what's in this thing. Come on, if they can't get into SpaceX, I don't know who the hell can. Top 10 holdings. Better be all SpaceX. No SpaceX. Trimble. ETFs that hold SpaceX. I really would love to find a way to get into SpaceX. Maybe Reddit will give us some answers. Reddit seems to be better than Google these days. Oh, here we go. Two Baron ETFs with 4.5% of their portfolio. The same two ETFs have 25% Tesla. Wow, no shit. Let's look at that. Here's a find today, guys. Find a way to get into SpaceX. Morningstar guide. Are they going to let me see anything? 5 stars. A very high expense ratio, though. A full percent. Jesus, look at that. That's pretty good. Mainly mostly due to Tesla, I think. There we go. Portfolio. Here we go. Consumer cyclical. Tesla's 38% of this bitch. Wow. They're not selling anything. First bought 2014. Dude, for a freaking ETF, Space Exploration Technologies, there you go. 1.23. 1.23. Well, I can't buy SpaceX. I'd love to do an ETF, but I can't buy SpaceX. So what is this? BFGIX? is 38% Tesla and 1.23% SpaceX. Okay. Oh, there's more. SpaceX Class A common stock. So they're 2%. I wonder if there's any more. Oh, there's Class C, so they have a little bit. These guys are focused. Holy crap. 24 holdings? That's it? CoStar Group? Why would you even show the previous? What is the use of this? What is the use of showing the previous 4 periods on a line graph? That's stupid. But dude, can you imagine SpaceX 100xing? Like I could. Easily. Easily SpaceX could 100x. This may be the only way to get into SpaceX to try to find these ETFs. Oh, Baron. Oh, it's this dude. Oh, I should have thought of this a long time ago. What's that? Our ETF, Ellie? Let's do it. Yeah, no, dude, I don't doubt that one bit. So he's got a lot of SpaceX. SpaceX, 4.7%. They have 4.7% on this particular graph. This is for, which one is it? BP. Damn it. Fucking late to the party. BPTRX. This is the way to go, dude. So they're 40% Tesla and they're 5% SpaceX. Okay. Not mad at that. Most of these are kind of stupid, but just throwing a bunch of other stuff just because. Here you go. Everything else should be less than 1%. Except for Tesla, SpaceX. That should be number 1 and number 2. Oh, now it's showing it's 1.2%. Series H preferred stock. What? Okay, that's weird. And then what's this one? Hmm. A little bit less of Tesla, a little the same of SpaceX. Yeah. Dude, SpaceX could be the biggest company in the world in 20 years. In 20 years, they'll be fighting Tesla. Elon will own a majority of the two biggest companies on the planet. Like, who else is taking you to space the way SpaceX is going to? Nobody. Nobody. FT. Oh, this is the best thing I've done in a freaking long time. Fidelity Contra Fund? I like the Contra Fund, but they don't hold enough. They're not going to hold enough. Yeah, this is the way, right? So BPTRX so far gives you the most exposure. Google has a 10% stake in SpaceX. Wow. ROKT. Okay. I do not see space exploration technologies. Download all holdings. Okay, well, Boeing, whatever. Okay, doesn't help a whole lot. Dude, we got a fund with 5% SpaceX. I wonder if Barron's gonna hold that. What else does he have in here? CoStar Group, CSGP. Okay, they've been on a big fucking tear. Since 2017, they've gone up fivefold. Can't argue with that. And how's this fund done overall? I'm not a big fan of mutual funds, but if this dude, yeah, I'm all over this dude if he's like got that much in these tests on SpaceX. I ain't mad. All right, 3 years, 50%. It's killing it. 1 year, 212%, 50. It's accelerating its growth. Of course, I guess so is the S&P if you look at those same metrics. But he's definitely outperforming by a significant margin. Look at that. He's killing the S&P. On average, he's doing 22%. You can't argue with that. I don't think you can argue with that. God, I'd love to build a mutual fund like this. This would be awesome. Only $6 billion in assets. It's tiny. He's leveraged. That's great. Well, yeah, you can argue with anything. You're also half an asshole. Zillow Group, they're said to be pretty good. A lot of people like Zillow Group. IDEX Laboratories, Vail Resorts, Hyatt. I like the fact SpaceX is so high that it needs to be more, though. Hope he doesn't sell. Yeah, this comp. Late to the game. Late to the game. Let's see. You're 3/4 asshole? Well, in America, that makes you asshole then. You could be like it's kind of funny. Someone, I forget where I heard this, but I've thought it before myself too. It's like, so in America, someone could be like an eighth black, and we call them black. It's kind of interesting. Versus in South Africa, there's like white, black, and mixed. There's like three different things. It's interesting socioeconomic or not economically, but it's interesting socially. Like I don't know, it's weird. It's very very weird. Oh, so in another tab I have up, yeah, perception. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's just weird. Color's weird. Okay, so I don't look at SpaceX too much, but I want to run this past you guys. There is a company that I believe is a blockchain company. I'm trying to find it in my history. It's been a while. So anyway, maybe I'll just Google it. You can buy SpaceX stock. I wonder if this company will pop up. Buy SpaceX stock, get rewarded with real estate. What the fuck does that mean? How do I? I bet you has nothing to do with SpaceX, and they just put it up there for. How the hell do you buy SpaceX? Wow, way to game the Google machine there, buddy. Zen Fund. Right? Founders Fund. Spotify. Oh, is that for SpaceX, or is that for this? Oh, here we go. So it looks like it is for SpaceX. Oh, Draper, Elon, Fidelity, Founders Fund, Google, Rothberg Ventures. So they're worth. Oh, they got 600 million in funding in February 2020. He should just keep all of his fucking stock. Shouldn't sell any of it. Yeah, but how do I buy it, you garbage people? So this doesn't help at all. Wow, I can't find it. Diversify fund. What's this? Oh, it's one we just looked at. Yesterday, March. I think it was February. March should be March. No? BPTRX, what's that one? Is that one of these Baron funds or whatever? Oh, yeah, that's the one. Is it buyable? Yeah, it's a mutual fund. You can just buy it. BPTRX should have a chart. There you go. Should have a chart. So you get 40%. You're basically 45% exposed to Elon Musk companies, which is, I mean, for a mutual fund, of a ridiculous amount. A ridiculous. He actually sold. I think it must have been this one. He sold because it was getting close to 50% of the fund, and he just doesn't do that for risk reasons. But it's freaking Tesla and SpaceX, so just keep it rolling, bitch. Keep it rolling. But there is a you know what? Maybe I'll find it this way. Let's go to the guy that I was doing the class with for Block Geeks. It was one of his companies. Uh, Here it is. Crypto Investment School. It's the guy's name that they misspelled. Miko Matsumura. Gumi Ventures, co-founder of crypto exchange Evercoin. And I can't highlight, which is annoying. Miko Matsumura. So he has another. There's a couple of ventures. His LinkedIn shows up. That's interesting. Nigerian business journalist, huh? What do you got to say? Okay, not a whole lot. Okay. So he has Celsius, Zalika Capital. Where to buy what? You just buy SpaceX whenever you get the damn opportunity. I'm looking for this. So he was involved or is involved in a crypto. Um, like a blockchain that you could buy SpaceX on just directly, but I had it up for a while, but I had to restart my computer and apparently it took it off. Later, Rob. Spam tab on Gmail? Yeah, it's kind of getting that way, huh? Can't disagree too much. Darn it. I thought that was a pretty cool Anyway, so Baron Partners Fund retail shares. Yeah, I can't argue too much with that. Trading View, Jared. I don't know if they do mutual funds. Well, you can go to just type it in Google and then you can click on Morningstar or the Baron funds. Either one. Uh Either one would be fine, I would think. I wonder if it's on my calendar. So I think I put it on there the same day he did his presentation. March 23rd. Let's see what I have in here for March 23rd. Maybe it stores it per window. Is it history per window? I don't know. March 23rd. And they have a lot of history, don't they? Jeez. They know everywhere I've been. Everywhere you go, they track what you do. They know everything about you. I wonder if I can not have certain websites show up. It'd be after 3 o'clock. Right, it even has the timestamp on here. Look at me. With timestamps and such. Shop fund? Oh no, that's for my kids thing. That was on the 23rd? Jeez, that's a long time ago. Anyway, quarterly letter. Let's see what he says in his quarterly letter. Good for him. He gets to build a company with his kid. It's really good. I don't think he mentions, probably doesn't mention SpaceX at all. Here we go. Disruptive growth had the most sizable positive impact in the quarter. These companies gained 52% in the most recent periods. Tesla and SpaceX were the largest contributors. And SpaceX had a record number of launches, record number of flights using the same booster. Operational satellites increased nearly 8 times, which enabled to begin beta testing Starlink. So yeah, you can argue and I really want to buy SpaceX directly though. Like they just split it between I don't know. I think Ellie, what do you think? I think SpaceX is going to give you more return from here than Tesla, wouldn't you say? Or would you just split it 50-50? Maybe you go 25 Tesla, 75% SpaceX. I don't know. Maybe he's giving away too much information and they'll both be eaten into. Yeah, you'd think so. It's probably a little bit harder to make a rocket company than it is to make a. Although cars are extraordinarily difficult too. And once they get that starship going, dude, like nobody's even close to working on a starship. You got people scrambling right now to make a Model 3 competitor. In fact, there's probably arguably one or two on the market. Not at scale, but they're out there. With SpaceX, only one even trying to compete is really small companies. Like, why isn't Boeing all over this shit? Boeing should just be rocking it, but Boeing can't do anything. They're just getting beat up. So I'd rather have all my money in SpaceX or most of my money than even Tesla. I think Tesla is phenomenal. Well, I don't know. It's either way, there's still value there. It's hard to know exactly what the value is going to be, Ellie, but I do think that there's definitely. Um, oh, that's cool. It shows all the returns over here. Anyway, yeah. So I mean, if they IPO Starlink, you're just gonna get you're gonna get Starlink. I would just like shares directly. 3.2% because Tesla got so big. What's this one doing? How to buy SpaceX stock. He says buy Google. Looks like he missed the boat. These guys aren't even telling you how to buy that other company. They don't mention these other ones. Buy SpaceX stock Fidelity. Is that a thing? Invest a bit in SpaceX. The 5 Fidelity funds now hold SpaceX stock. Yeah, it's super small though. Yeah, I think we already figured out the best way to do it. BPTRX. That's it. That's it. BPTRX. All right, market flat. I'm gonna get going, guys. Market flat. Roku doing pretty good. SI, Peloton. Right, down 6% as crypto takes a little tumble. All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here. But I think we found a way into SpaceX. It's BPTRX. BPTRX. So, all right, everyone, I'm going to bounce. Y'all have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow, right? Today's Tuesday, so tomorrow's Wednesday. Yep. All right, y'all, have a good one. Bye.